Alright guys, in this video check out a review of the Latch.IT locks that are supposedly the best. I do not sell this product. This was not sponsored. And I'm doing this on my own. So check the video out. Some of us got the luxury.
You can't tell me the deck is stacked.
Ambient temperature on the inside.
You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes.
Alright guys, here we are with the Latch.IT locks. You see 3 sets here because my wife did a lot of homework for Christmas. Even though I'm a camper part seller and I don't sell this brand, she discovered that this was supposedly the best brand. Well, my wife's budget wasn't quite what everybody's is, so she was only able to afford one latch. The problem is when I got on their website, I found that you can buy a 2-latch set, keyed the same. I would much prefer that because there's 2 doors on my Wolfpack camper. I contacted them, even though it's been since Christmas, because it was a Christmas gift, and we are now in May, and they were actually extremely friendly, told me they normally don't take them back, but they were willing to give me a refund minus 16% if I wanted to sell or send the original one back. So there's the original one. Here's the 2 keyed the same. Why I was added on their website, I am a huge proponent of changing out the locks on the camper doors as far as your storage doors, because it's a generic key and pretty much any camper's key would work in it. I went and got the 10-pack tumbler that we're also going to do. That way everything is keyed differently. So stay tuned in this video. I'm going to give you the real opinion. And if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you if I don't like it. So, as men do best, I will check the instructions out. This is the initial opening of the box. I see there's a foam pad here. A thank you. A sticker. Gotta love your stickers. Our owner's manual. This really cool screwdriver that everybody talks about. Be good at leaving the camper, I guess, too. I guess it's really handy. It comes with batteries, which we all know probably last 5 days. Put some real batteries in there. Striking plate changers. It looks like we've got a cool keychain that actually is kind of nice. And they're heavy duty lock. I'll have Tommy pull this out here. Alright, so we got this open here, and we've got the key fob that comes with it, a second key fob that comes with it, and the mechanism. And boy, I will tell you, this thing is solid. You'll see some YouTube videos out there of people running them over with trucks and dirt bikes to prove how solid they are. They do claim that this is one of the best locks out there. I guess we're going to see. I was looking for the keys here. Okay, the keys are attached to it. And it's supposed to be keyed the same. So the only thing that I'm going to check before I go and install this, and I don't think Latch.IT got it wrong, I just want to make sure that these keys, they are keyed the same, because if I go install both of these and they're not, which is the whole point of this whole mission, I'm going to be upset. What we're going to do is make this real simple. We're going to remove the old latch. This is actually not a lipper door. It's a door made by Challenger. I found some different things about it, the screen and stuff. I can't get any accessories that work, but that's another story. So the Latch.IT lock. These are actually squares that are in there from the manufacturer. They're super loose. So my Phillips is actually working in them. So we're just going to pull the 4 out of the back side. As far as the Latch.IT lock goes, I have already removed all the batteries in it and pulled the 4 main screws out of it. I got my little guy here, my middle child, who's going to help me if I need it. Real simple. We took off the back side to save the hardware in case we ever need it again. And we're going to have to take this striker plate off that you see right here. And it comes with a really nice upgraded striker plate from them. I believe it's stainless. So we won't be reusing this one either, but we'll save the hardware. And we're just going to pull this off right here. Alright. Okay. And this mechanism will just pop right out. So some of the instructions really don't talk about the seal that came with it. I've already looked it over, and I'm going to use the seal. I'm not really happy with the sticker here from the manufacturer. It's already there, but I've already measured and know right where the seal's got to be. So I've wiped it down, and I'm going to just peel this back really quick. It's a good 3M adhesive. Going to give it that extra security as far as sealing on the door. So we'll go like that, and we'll place this seal right where it needs to be. It's not too bad. And we'll make sure it's good and on there. Alright, then, real simple. They talked about the red antenna. I'm going to keep that antenna up out of the way, if you can see it there. And the only thing I did that they didn't talk about, because I'm an electrical guy, is I put some dielectric grease in this connection. That way moisture and that won't erode it through time, just in case moisture does get in there. Originally, when I first put this in on the other door, I thought to myself, it ain't going to fit. I can tell you, it was a pretty snug fit. We want to make sure we get our wires to the other side so we don't pinch them on the door, because that could damage them. And if we wiggle it around just right, it should pop right in there, just like so. Now, I was screwing around on the other one, and all of a sudden, I felt like there was a lot of tension, but then it just seemed to fit right. So right now, I can tell you, it seems like there's a lot of tension. We're going to pull the door to the other side. We're going to look at this antenna wire that we were talking about here, and we're going to just make sure that nothing's affecting us here as far as this lock and latch going in. So we'll just get it stuck. Alright. Alright, so I trimmed some of the styrofoam out. Sometimes they fit really tight in the beginning, but it's not difficult just to give it a little bit of a trim. I've got the front piece in and the back piece. This is when we're going to plug in this white plug. Like I said, I put a little dielectric grease in here. We want to make sure we don't pinch these wires when it comes time to put our 4 screws back in. Now you probably couldn't hear it, but it just beeped because I plugged it in. And then real simple, we're just going to have a screw ready here on my drill. Magnet bits are great for this. And what we want to do is get this cord secured into here, okay? So we want to get the cord where we know the bolts aren't going to get it. You're going to see the electric, or I should say the latch for the lock, and that piece needs to all fit in there just right, or it ain't going to work. Alright. We got one started. I'm just looking inside there. I'm making sure that this latch is going where it needs to. I'm making sure my wires aren't getting pinched. And we'll crisscross them so it evenly pulls in. That's my goal here. Remember, electric stuff's great, but you can strip stuff out and over tighten in a real hurry. Tight is tight, too tight's broken. And we'll continue. If that's what's fighting you, that's what's fighting you. Now, we'll get that one snug. You heard that screw fell right on the stair, luckily. I checked the wires are clear, the antenna's in the highest position that I could get it. And again, tight is tight, too tight's broken. And all I'm doing now is making sure that that mechanism works, and it does. Okay? And I'm pushing on the back side with my hand at the same time, just so I can get that good and tight. And that went well. That reefed it right in. Gonna do the same thing on the top one now. Alright. Check the other top one. Alright, and we'll check our bottom corner. Good. And our last one that we did, the first one. we'll make sure that that's good and tight. And that's really it. We put our striker plate back on. It's not stainless, I checked it, but it's a lot fancier than the other one, I will tell you that. Just gotta find my screws for it. That's what's nice when you get fancy tools like this. It's got a magnet on the bottom that holds them for me, or holds the tool in place wherever I want it to be. And we're gonna put this plate back on there. I'm just kind of eyeballing where it looks to be level. Or even. Alright. It works. That bolt works. And that's that. It looks really good on the outside. I'll show you in a second. Help if I open the deadbolt. And we'll check the latch. Works great. Alright, there it is installed. I did use the extra steel around it. I think it gives it a nice look. I know it's probably a lot more sealed. It's real simple. The code from the factory is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We hit lock. You can hear it beep. You can shut that beep off. I'll show you that in a second. So where door's good and locked, you're not getting in this. You can pull all you want. And if you want to unlock it, our code 1, 2, 3, 4. We hit unlock. And we're unlocked. All right. The remotes are super simple. Straight out of the bag. And unlock. Okay, quick programming your lock that you just installed. We know the factory code, according to page 10, is 1, 2, 3, 4. Really important, okay? To program or relearn your code, on the back side of this unit, there is a little switch, and you have to turn it to reprogram, on. Or you can put it to off. You want to reprogram it, it's got to be on. Okay, so the button is up and on right now. So, we're going to hold the number 8 for 2 seconds, strike the lock button, get a beep, type in the existing code, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to hit the lock button again. Now we can put our new code in. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1, lock. Our new code one more time, 4, 3, 2, 1, lock. Long beep, it's programmed. I can prove it. We'll hit lock. 4, 3, 2, 1, lock. We just locked it, and we'll now unlock it by going 4, 3, 2, 1, unlock. Simple as that to program it. If you don't want this thing to beep and make noise during the night or whatever, so all you got to do is hold the number 1 in, let the number 1 go, and now when you hit lock, or if we go 4, 3, 2, 1, from my code that I programmed, we're not getting that beep afterwards anymore. We hit unlock, our code, new code, 4, 3, 2, 1, unlock. No more beep. I like the beep because then I know if someone's coming in or not, or if the kids are screwing around. The beep is now back on. 4, 3, 2, 1, lock. Simple as that. Page 10 of the manual works well. When you're done, you can hit unprogram on the back side. So the key fob straight from the factory, right out of the box, nothing to do. That's all you got to do is pull it out of the box, and you can hit lock, and you can hit unlock. Nothing to it. The next project I have is it came with, so we have a double lock here, we know that. It came with obviously 4 key fobs total. I've already confirmed the keys are the same all the way around. Pretty nice high quality key. Nothing super special, but it seems like it's pretty solid. Looks like the lock's got to be worked a little bit, a little stiff, but they're nice. So you can lock both handles as you traditionally would in your regular camper, the way it used to be. Okay, and you can use the same keys all the way around. So with that latched, that is super solid now. Super solid. And obviously you can hit the remote all you want. It's not going to do anything other than drop the deadbolt. This handle's still locked, so you still have that extra security. You can unlock it. And you could also deactivate the key fobs at any time. There's a button on the back, from what I understand. And if you do that, that I was showing you, the button also, the same button for on and off, I'm going to show you in a second, that you have to turn on and off to program this pad. You could also flip it to off, and now these will not work. So your keychain remote will not work if that button's off. So if you lose one at the campground and you're freaking out and you ain't got time to deal with it, you could just flip that off and it doesn't work if it's off. Okay? If you want the key fob to work, that's all you gotta do is turn the on button back on, and voila, it works again. Any other debugger saying that, oh, it's a frequency, you're right, it is a frequency, and it could be hacked, and yeah, it could be hacked if you're really good at technology. With that button off, it can't be hacked. So, a little peace of mind there, that you can turn the remote on and off if you so desire. So, we've got our new code in here, is our 4321 with a successful program, and it was super easy to do. The question I had was, could I get these fobs to program to work both of them? I'm figuring that out yet. On the back you have a code reset button that you need a paperclip for. Next one down you have a fob learn, which is what we're doing now, and there's that on and off button we talked about. Off won't allow the remotes to work at all. On will allow the remotes to work. It also has a box around it indicating that the fob learn mode, the button must be on to do a fob learn. According to the instructions on page number 8, on the back of the lock, turn the switch to the on position. We did. Gather a paper clip or something small enough to fit in the fob learn hole. Okay, so it's that one that has the box around it, you'll see. And what we're looking for is just something that we could push into there, okay, and be able to strike that learn button. So just looking around, a little MacGyver in here, because I don't feel like looking for a paper clip. If you take the keys and you just use the key ring that's on it, don't cut yourself doing it, and if you do, I didn't advise you to do it. Alright, and what we're going to do now is just use this piece, because I'm going to put real holders on it anyhow. These are ripped right off and your keys will be lost. So on the back of the lock, we're going to turn it on like we did. We got our paper clip. We're going to put it in the learn hole. It tells us if no red light or it dim blinks, it needs new batteries. Press and hold the fob learn button and the key fob lock button at the same time for 2 or 3 seconds. So this current key fob lock I have right now, okay, I don't know if you can hear it beeping behind me, but it's running the back door. I just hit unlock. It's saying that we're going to push this in and hit the lock button at the same time. So we just programmed it. So now if I hit unlock, and I'm going to go down there and check, I believe they're both working. And that's confirmed. One remote is working both units. So I'll set this one off to the side now. Another key fob, because remember 4 came. And what we're going to do is strike the button on this one and see where it belongs to. We have the other remote that belongs to the other one behind me, the back door. Going to do the same thing. Going to hit fob relearn. We're going to hold the lock button in at the same time. Alright, so now this remote here is doing both doors, and so is this remote. Alright, so we should be in good shape here. So, our code reset button, our fob learn are on and off. Remote won't work, remote will work. I just did the fob learn. I've discovered that you can only program 2 remotes. So I have 2 remotes total, and both remotes run each lock simultaneously. So when I'm ready to leave and we're going to go somewhere, okay, all I have to do is hit lock or unlock. So I hit lock, that one locked, and I'll show you if I hit unlock. Two remotes is all you can program between them. That's all you need, and they both lock and unlock the mechanism. So that is pretty slick. I'm really happy with it. And that way when you hit lock, you know both doors are locked. You're not going to have 4 remotes, figuring out front remote, figuring out a rear remote. You hit lock, they both lock. You hit lock, they both unlock. It just makes sense. So even though the these really neat screwdrivers come with it, and I didn't use it. They are super handy. I did use it to put the batteries in. When you got a whole shop full of big boy toys, you kind of typically go with them. After I got done, I did go through and check every one of those Phillips screws, and they were actually still all could have used a little bit more. I did it by hand. Make sure you finish them off by hand so you don't strip them out. Again, tight is tight. Too tight's broken. In all, I'm pretty happy. I think it's pretty cool that I'm going to be able to hit lock, and both doors are going to lock for me. So I'm excited. We have a total of 4 keys, which is pretty sweet. And all said and done, that's all I've got to do is just hit lock and hear my beep. And that's it. So real quick, if you ever forget your code for whatever reason, or you screw something up and you need it reset, when you hit that code reset button here on the top with a paper clip, it resets the code to the stock 1, 2, 3, 4. Then just go through your prompts again, the 8, the lock, and your code changing format, and you could change it to whatever you want again. No latches. I put them in the Latch.IT box with all its keys. They're obviously still like brand new in case I ever need them or I decide I don't like something. That went well. Okay, so we're just going to save them in case we ever need them. I'm overly happy with the latches, although I do not like the closing handle inside. I feel like they could have made that a little bit bigger and easier to grab. I'm pretty happy. It was a pretty easy install. And that's that.